everyone, welcome to the Committee on Science and Philosophy. Today, we summon Dr. Thomas Kuhn, author of The Structure of Scientific Revolutions, to answer tough questions about his theory of paradigms and scientific advancement. We will hear from our distinguished committee of senators, leading philosophers of science, who will critique, question, and debate his claims. First, let's have a look at what his work is about. We will focus on the chapters 4, 5, 6, and 10 of his work, which explores the dynamic and often nonlinear progression of scientific knowledge. Kuhn introduces the concept of paradigms, which are shared frameworks or sets of beliefs that guide normal scientific research, likening this activity to puzzle solving. When anomalies arise that existing paradigms cannot explain, a crisis emerges, potentially leading to a scientific revolution where a new paradigm replaces the old. This revolutionary shift involves scientists perceiving the world differently rather than simply reinterpreting their fixed observations, extremely altering the problems and the standards for their solution. Good morning, Dr. Kuhn. We've gathered today to look at your theory of scientific advancement. Your theories have certainly sparked a great deal of discussion and challenged conventional wisdom regarding the linear, cumulative nature of scientific advancement. Our aim is to understand the specifics of these difficulties and respond to the many criticisms. Dr. Kuhn, you've suggested that history exposes a completely distinct process rather than strengthening a cumulative picture of science. Could you please present to the committee your opening statement? My central argument is that science develops not by a continuous accumulation of facts and theories, but through scientific revolutions. These are unexpected episodes in which a new, incompatible view of nature, which I call a paradigm, partially or completely replaces an older one. Before a revolution, science typically operates under a single accepted paradigm in the phase I term normal science. This is a highly puzzle-solving activity driven by achievements that a scientific community acknowledges as foundations for its practice. Scientists are not searching for new discoveries. Rather, they are attempting to expand the scope and precision of nature by forcing it into the conceptual parameters provided by their paradigm. However, this action unintentionally reveals anomalies. Anomalies are the phenomena that defy assumptions imposed by paradigms. Crises may arise if these anomalies continue to exist and defy efforts to resolve them through conventional methods. Only in time of crisis do the rules of normal science becomes haze. The profession loses its security and new theories are likely to surface. A scientific revolution occurs when a new paradigm replaces an outdated one. Imagine natin na ang science ay parang basketball at ang mga players ay ang mga scientist. Sa Chapter 5, meron tayong rulebook. Ito yung paradigm. Sinasabi nito kung ano ang tamang moves at kung alin ang bawal. Parang basketball, may dribble, may foul, may 3 points. Babalik tayo sa Chapter 4. Sa Chapter 4, ang normal science ay parang basketball mismo. Naglalaban ng mga scientists sa loob ng kahon ng paradigm. Hindi ka gumagawa ng bagong rules, kundi sinusubukan mong maging magaling sa loob ng existing rules. Parang nagpa-practice ka lang ng free throws ng paulit-ulit. Pero minsan may mga anomalies. Ito yung Chapter 6. Ito yung mga nangyayaring hindi swak sa rules, parang nag-shoot ka ng bola pero biglang may hangin ng malakas kaya iba ang naging lipad. At kahit ulit-ulitin mo, hindi tugma sa expected na resulta. Weird, hindi ba? Kaya kapag dumami ang anomalies at hindi na kaya ng lumang paradigm o ng lumang rulebook ipaliwanag ang mga to, nagkakaroon ng revolution. Dito papasok ang Chapter 10. Parang biglang binago ang rules ng laro. Ngayon, pwede ka nang mag-travel ng walang dribble o lumilipad na yung bola. Ibang-iba na ang laro at ibang-iba na rin ang pananaw ng mga players. Isa pang halimbawa, sa Chapter 4, yung normal science. Parang puzzle solving lang. Naglalaban yung mga scientists sa loob ng kahon ng paradigm. Sa Chapter 5, ito yung paradigm. Ito yung rulebook na nagsasabi kung ano yung valid na laro o kung ano yung valid na tanong. Chapter 6, yung anomalies. Ito yung mga weird na puzzle pieces na hindi kasya sa binubuo ng mga scientists. At sa Chapter 10, yung revolution. Kapag dumami na yung anomalies at hindi na kaya ng lumang paradigm, napapalitan na ito at totally nagbabago ang lahat. Kaya ang science, it does not progress steadily towards the truth. Ito ay nagbabago-bago. Puzzle solving sa loob ng rules o sa loob ng paradigm, crisis kapag may anomalies, at minsan biglang may revolution na totally binabago ang takbo ng buong laro.
Thank you. Dr. Kuhn says scientists are like puzzle solvers, obedient workers filling in blanks. Isn't this just organized crime? You make scientists sound like robot, blind to creativity. Science needs creativity, not Sudoku puzzles or whatever.
Respectfully, Dr. Feyerabend, puzzle build depth. Without them, science has no foundation.
Dr. Kuhn, the term paradigm appears to be used in at least 20 different ways in your original text. How can a concept so vaguely defined provide a source of coherence for normal research solutions? Or even define the legitimate problems and methods of a research field? If there are no clear, explicit rules, what exactly is guiding scientific practice? Even you admitted you lost control of the world. How can we trust such a vague concept?
I appreciate the criticism, so thank you for that. Paradigm is flexible, yes, but it captures how communities agree on scientific standards. In my revised thinking, I now distinguish two primary usages of paradigm. First is the disciplinary matrix, which encompasses the shared beliefs, values, techniques, and more within a scientific community. This includes first, symbolic generalizations. Ito yung mga formal, expressible laws or definitions. Halimbawa, yung Newton's second law of motion, which is force is equals to mass at times acceleration. Number two is the metaphysical models. Ito yung mga core beliefs tungkol sa pinaka-basic na nature ng reality na nakakaapekto kung ano ang tinuturing natin na valid explanation. Halimbawa, ang init o heat ay hindi element, kundi ito ay isang uri ng kinetic energy. Third is the values. Ito yung mga shared criteria para sa scientific theories, katulad ng accuracy at simplicity. Pero depende sa sitwasyon. Pwedeng magbago kung paano sila i-apply. The second, more philosophically profound sense is exemplars, which are concrete problem solutions encountered during scientific education and in literature. Scientists learn their practice by engaging with these exemplars, learning to solve new problems by recognizing similarities to previously solved ones. This process cultivates a time tested and group licensed way of seeing and represents tacit knowledge, derived from shared examples rather than solely explicit rules.
Thank you for that clarification. Yet, Dr. Kuhn, you exaggerate revolutions. Science evolves gradually, not sudden breaks. Like Pokemon evolution, not overnight transformation. Dr. Kuhn, you portray anomalies as leading to revolutions through consensus. That sounds like a mob psychology. Science should not be about falsification, rational testing, not bandwagoning.
Dr. Popper's revolutions are indeed messy, but scientists do not abandon paradigms lightly. They wait until anomalies become overwhelming.
Kuhn, your model is too chaotic. It is so chaotic. You don't have to throw away entire paradigms. We do not need new revolutions. We need research programs. You know what? My research programs show how science can progress rationally without throwing away entire paradigms like garbage. Also, you make it sound like the truth doesn't matter. Are we just swapping glasses and vibes? Never getting closer to reality? That is dangerous relativism.
I am not denying the truth, Dr. Scheffler. But scientists interpret the same world through different paradigms. Truth is always filtered through the lenses.
Dr. Kuhn, you also talk about incontrovertible paradigms as if scientists in different paradigms can even talk to each other. But that's exaggerated. Paradigms do overlap. Science can still compare the data, methods, and results, like what we are doing.
I get your point. Paradigms do share surface observations, yes. But what changes is their interpretation, their meaning. What seems like the same fact can have a different significance in a new paradigm.
Lastly, Dr. Kuhn, your story is very Eurocentric. You focus on Copernicus, Newton, Einstein, Lavoisier. But what about scientific traditions in Asia, Africa, or Middle East? Aren't you ignoring the non-Western contributions of scientific revolutions?
Oh, well, in that case, you are correct. My book is historical, yes, and I drew mostly on Western science. That limitation is fair to acknowledge, but the paradigm model, I believe I can still apply it universally. Thank you, philosophers and Dr. Kuhn. Before we adjourn, let's summarize today's hearing. Dr. Feyerabend said that normal science makes scientists puzzle robots. Dr. Masterman argued that paradigm is too vague, while Dr. Tolman added that science evolves gradually, not through dramatic breaks. Dr. Popper stated that revolutions equals to mob psychology, not rational testing. Dr. Lakata said to use research programs instead of chaotic paradigm shifts. Dr. Scaffer warned to beware of relativism because truth still matters. Dr. Chang argued that paradigms can overlap and can still be compared, while Dr. Bala stated to don't erase non-Western science.
Thank you for this insightful, although occasionally difficult conversation, Dr. Kun, and to our philosophers. Its focus on paradigms, normal science, anomalies, crises, and revolutionary transformations. Dr. Kuhn's theory of scientific revolutions unquestionably provides a potent and comprehensive perspective through which to examine the evolution of science. It forces us to reevaluate the conventional linear storyline and see the significant, frequently non-commutative changes that takes place in scientific societies. This perspective is further refined by your definition of paradigm as disciplinary matrix and exemplars, which emphasize the profound and frequently implicit convictions that direct scientific work. Your openness to discuss these important issues and elaborate on the intricacies of your significant efforts is greatly appreciated by our committee. The hearing is adjourned.